like it or not, man. And this is the thing, you know, fucking, and it's true. Like, I was speaking to my psychologist, man. He personally believes, like, fucking, it's not this. What's happening is not good, man. And what the fuck is?
Can I just say one thing? It'd be really nice to have a bird. Like, after I have to deal with all this bullshit of a night time and listen to all this stuff, it'd be really nice to have a bird to lay next to at the end of the night and mount, because, like...
Yeah, we'll hook you up with Summer.
Yeah, we're going to have to sort something out. So
Yeah.
if any ladies want to live the country, chill lifestyle and everything like that, fancy me, no, just let me know, because, like, it's starting to drive me mad. I feel like I've heard that 150,000 times.
Oh, did you?
No offense.
Lockie, I gotta ask on a serious note. So I know you've talked about Russia and you're talking about it a lot. Look, you know, over the past, obviously you've made, you know, certain comments about Russia, and then you've also mentioned the French Foreign Legion. I'm not trying to start anything or anything like that, but you know, you've gone backwards and forwards a lot of times between certain places that you want to go. And do you think that, you know, having these stories that go, you know, in one direction and then another is, you know, probably causing some of the issues that you're seeing online?
I think, look, I'll be honest with you, because this is where you need to understand this, right? So for one, look, like I said, my father is fucking Russian, so obviously I'd never betray, and obviously those people have been pretty good to me, so I'll never betray them. So the Ukraine thing, I'll tell you that now, that was because the fucking trolls were, like I said, they were making some fucking questionable fucking comments that were making me think, because they were saying only a few things that only the law enforcement would know. And I've never told anyone any nitty gritties. I honestly think a couple of the trolls are fucking corrupt coppers, man. Because they've been saying some stuff. And so the reason I said I'm going to go to Ukraine is to throw them off. Just in case. I'm always thinking two steps ahead, just to throw them off, because everyone's supporting Ukraine. Then it will just throw them off for a second. I don't say shit without reason. Second thing, the French Foreign Legion. I thought about it, yeah. I did, yep. And then I thought to myself, nah, probably just don't want to do it. Like, it's just...
Probably won't make it through the physical.
Yeah, and the physical's fucked anyway. Like,
yeah, you probably wouldn't make it through the physical, yeah, let's be honest.
Let's be honest, oh, mate, they put you through fucking hell. And not just that, only like 20% of the intake people fucking make it through. Out of 100, only like 10, 15 people make it through.
Yeah.
The selection's fucked. So
I heard they've got like there's an influx of LGBTQ people going there now.
Shut up, Richie, you fucking fool.
that's a lie.
No, I heard that like even in the Russian army they've got like heaps of they've got trans people coming in and stuff.
Ditchy, stop.
What?
Yeah, look, I don't know. I think I can understand where you're coming from with, you know, trying to throw people off the scent, but it's just, I don't know. I think there's so many things that have happened over the years. And, you know I came up here a few weeks ago and I spoke to Ditchy and Lee about, you know, the things that you had said and done in the past. And I think that what it comes down to is that, you know, you've said a lot of things over the last, you know, 3, 4, 5 years. And I think that what people most want to see is that, you know, there is that level of kind of understanding that, you know, the things that you do say, people do take it to heart. And, you know,
I know, but you understand this, Fingers, right?
No,
understand
someone just said 100%. They just asked ChatGPT and it says there's an influx of ladyboys in the Russian army.
Fuck off.
No, but seriously, right? Seriously, I want to actually say one thing seriously. I want to say one thing seriously. No, not taking the piss. So, Fingers, I get that. And in the past, right, all these people are saying, you need to take accountability, bro. You need to take it. What more do they want me to fucking take, right? I explained to them time and time over again. I told people my story, right? I fucking got photos of my ex fucking smacking me, right? I said I defended myself when she punched my head into a fucking wall, right? And yes, I did retaliate in the fucking defense in the heat of the moment, right? Of course, I had blood pissing out of my fucking head. Should I have probably fucking just walked away? Of course. Should I have you know, but it's easy to say, walk away. When you're in the fucking moment and you see blood on the floor, blood in your face, and you've got a woman standing there just fucking laughing at you after she belted you in the fucking head, it's human natural reaction. It's a knee-jerk reaction to want to defend yourself.
Jealous.
You know, could I have done things
what
better?
reaction?
Of course.
What reaction?
Knee-jerk reaction. Ditchy, I'm being serious, man. It's not a
sorry.
joke.
I just heard jerk.
Right? No, I'm being fucking serious.
I got excited.
Right? So I
got
admitted,
excited, sorry.
Ditchy, then I'm going to fucking mute you, man. Because, you know, I'm trying to actually be serious about this.
Yeah,
You know,
go.
fucking, and because I had my ex-missus go online saying, oh, he fucking bashed me, he fucking bashed me. Oh, for fuck's sake, give me a fucking break, man. Fucking, do you know what? This is what I'm saying as well. And I've always said, man, I've never had a problem with women, but what I've said is in society there seems to be this double standard that if a man fucking claims he's been bashed, well, he must have fucking, you know, done something to make her bash him. But if a woman says she's been bashed, oh, well, the man's automatically the perpetrator. And this is what makes me sick. I had people come to my house with handwritten death notes saying I'm going to be dead. I had people fucking rock up to my house, fucking in groups. I've had knives pulled. I've had a pistol pulled on me, bro. And this is what I'm saying, right? And do you know what? Now, a lot of people are saying in the past, they keep bringing this up, right? And they keep saying accountability. What more do you want? I've admitted that I've fucked up in some places. I've admitted that I've said the wrong thing, done the wrong thing in the heat of the moment. Doesn't make it right? No, but I've admitted that. When I said, right, and again, it never happened, bro. I said it, and this is where these fucking people don't listen. They take it and they go, oh, but you've done this, hold accountability again. Fucking, and because I had all these people come to my house, right? I fucking stupidly said, and I thought I'll cook up a story just to fucking psychologically mess with them, right? Because fucking, I had people just fucking hammering me, man. I had people hammering me, right? And I got the idea from a couple things. One thing, I knew a guy, right? He fucking got into a road rage with a prospect of a bike club. All right, the prospect fucking fired at him. My old mate was a fucking nutcase. This is before TikTok, by the way. This is way before TikTok was around. Well, for me, before I was on TikTok. He fucking got fired at by a fucking prospect, fucking shot a hole in his rear bumper. He had the audacity to abuse bikies in the courtroom and call them all kinds of abuse. Fucking, and, you know, bikies even thought he was a fucking nutcase. Bikies left him alone because he was genuinely nuts, bro. He actually had the fucking, the squad of police that deal with certain things that go boom at his house because he got highly offended. He was a Christian. He was a fanatical Christian. And there was an advert called the Hairy Fairy on the TV for the Road Traffic Commission. That old mate of mine, he fucking rang them up saying he was going to fucking put gelignite through the place. So because he thought it was mocking God. So they fucking sent the fucking coppers there. He's a fucking nutcase, bro. Like he ran at cops with a fucking pitchfork, 2 off-duty coppers that told him to stop revving his bike at night. He fucking ran them with a pitchfork. It's an absolute fucking... Even bikies wouldn't fuck with him, bro, because he was so fucking absolutely nuts. You know, and I thought to myself, well, I've got all these people coming to my fucking house, you know, threatening to fucking unalive me over supposedly flogging your ex, you know, so I cooked up a story and I said, oh, fucking mate, somebody bullied my little brother, so I fucking set his dog on fire with a fucking jerry can of fuel, right, to try and make them think I was fucking insane so they'd stop coming around my house. Now, should I have said that? Absolutely not. Was I a fucking idiot? I've admitted that many times. I was a fucking fool to say that, right? Of course it's not true.
Can you just cut it out? I'm actually trying to talk to Lockie right now. If you're going to be like this, just leave. You're just making noises. I want to hear
Ditchy, stop! Lee, can you actually tell Ditch to stop, man?
I'm not starting on you, but you're making noises and Lockie's talking.
Ditchy, can you please stop for real?
Well,
Okay, well,
you
you just need to take a breath, mate.
Whoopee.
No,
Look,
but
Lachlan,
Getting bored.
the core of it is, Lachlan, is that, you know, however many years people have been seeing the stuff that you've been talking about, we don't actually think that we've heard you say sorry before. So I know you've said that you have done it before, but there's a lot of people that have watched the stuff that you've done over the last few years, and, you know, they haven't heard you say sorry about the burning of the flag. They haven't heard you say sorry about the burying of the other flag. They haven't heard you say, like, this is the big thing as well, is that you mentioned a few years ago that you had family members that were part of a regime and that you wished that they'd won.
Yeah,
Now-
and I shouldn't have said that, and I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
And-
but
and I shouldn't have. I was a fucking fool, dude. And especially lately that I found out my family comes from part Russian. That's why I'm really regretting it now, bro. I'm really fucking regretting it because that was before the time I fucking really knew about my Russian side. And now that I fucking truly know, I'm fucking spewing. I'm fucking repenting at hardcore.
what Fingers is saying. He wants. I guess you want him to apologise, Fingers. Is that what he's saying?
yeah, I just want to hear like
Can I be honest with you, man? Can I be 100% honest with you? Am I apologetic in my heart? 100%. And you know what? I will say sorry. I am sorry for fucking saying some outlandish shit. I am sorry for burning your flag, man. It was a stupid act. I was angry. I'm sorry fucking for that shit. I truly, truly fucking am. You know, I really am. Like, what people don't, like, and I'm not trying to make this a pity party. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, there are some nights I don't, or live rare, but there are some nights I don't. There has been a few nights, obviously last night I didn't, you know, or this morning I got off live and just chilled out. But, you know, like I am fucking apologetic, man. You know, the World War II German leader, he was a very fucking bad man. He was a very fucking bad man. Did a lot of fucking bad shit to a lot of people and fucked up a lot of shit, you know. And like I said, that was years ago that I fucking, you know, fucking used to fucking do all that shit, you know. You know, but no, I don't support that shit. Let me make that very well fucking known. I didn't even know that Berg came from Jewish. It was actually my neighbours told me that Berg, B-E-R-G, on the end of my fucking grandmother's last name and all that, that is Jewish, right? So I'm part Jewish, German, fucking Russian Jew. I'm a German Russian Jew. That's our history, right? So now that I've found all that out lately, I'm fucking disgusted in myself that I even fucking did fucking any support of that shit, because it's bad. It is bad, and I am very apologetic, genuinely, about the flag. Again, I was just angry. No excuse. But you know, I didn't fucking think. I was a fucking fool. You know, saying that kind of shit was bad.
That's enough, bro. You said sorry.
No, because I am actually sorry, dude. Because what I was going to say is there are nights what you don't see. So, like the other night, I was off live, right? There was a night a couple of weeks ago I was off live. It was just me, bro. I was sitting out my backyard on my fucking chair. I've got a little fucking barrel chair there, it's like a fucking metal barrel just with a fucking padded seat on top. It's a motorbike, something that shit. I was just sitting out on there having a fucking beer and a smoke, bro. And I actually just looked in the sky and I said, "Am I a terrible person?" Like I was just questioning, because like I genuinely am apologetic. I sometimes fucking don't like myself, man.
Yeah. Look, here, like, yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's, like I said, a lot of things that you've done in the last bit of time that have really, you know, annoyed a lot of people. And the one thing that you've got to know is that people don't hear that you say sorry. People just see, you know, jump from story to story, and that,
Make
you know,
sure
you kind of leave things in the past.
Make sure this goes on your page, Fingers.
Pardon?
Make sure this goes on your page.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. It's all going on there. But look,
At the end
like,
of the day-
you know, there's other things as well. Like, you know, you talked about, you know, the stuff with women and, you know, like them and, you know, saying stuff. Now, there was a one, which, again, I did post it, is someone came into your live and told you that she'd been beaten by her boyfriend, and you laughed at her. And
Yeah,
again,
so
it's things like that where, you know, I can understand that you're trying to come here now.
Fingers.
Yeah,
How much
pardon?
what do you want him to do? He said sorry. You can't fucking. It's. Do you know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
here to bash him about it, but I'm just trying to explain that, you know, like, there's just a lot of things.
Let me give you a bit of context on that. So with me, right, I actually really do care about women. Little do people know. I find it now. I'm gonna be honest. I've never condoned women being bashed, bro. I've never condoned women being bashed. I've never been out there going, "Oh, fucking, you know, they fucking da 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 da." Right? I've never condoned men fucking full on flogging or even laying a hand on a woman. What I've said in the past and what I've said now, right, is pretty well. Now I word it better, I feel. But what I've said is it's sad because a lot of young, beautiful ladies get involved with the wrong men and they get hurt. And they know that they're doing bad criminal acts. Some of them get lured in by a good man and then they get flogged. That's fucking horrible, right? But a lot of them, they do attract to bad boys, if you will. They get involved with the wrong crowd and then they're getting hurt. And it's sad, right? I'm not going to sit there and deny it. It is sad. And so when that lady told me that, you know, that laughter probably, it was a bit of shock. It was a bit of shock. Because, you know, when you, sometimes people might chuckle at things that are not laughing matters, but they do because they're in shock, man. Because the thing is that can be taken many ways. I don't exactly remember exactly the full thing of having a chat with that woman, but if I said anything wrong, I am sorry. But, you know, I'll tell you right now, I do not condone women being flogged or hit. I do not condone that at all. I just thought I'll make that very fucking clear.
And Lee, I know you said, like, you know, what else do you want me to make him apologize for? It's not about, you know, getting him on here and, you know, degrading him in front of, you know, all these people and being like, you've got to do this and you've got to do that. What it is that over the last 4 years, people haven't seen this side of Lachlan before. There are people that come in and out.
This is what I assure you, that we do see this side of him. So
yeah, and look, this is the thing, is that, you know, there are people in here that had a preconceived idea about Lachlan. They're now seeing that he's talking about it and going, you know what, I did make mistakes in the past. I own up to these things. And that's the thing that, you know, I wanted to come up here and talk about. I'm not here to bash him about the things that he's said and done. I think everybody on the internet has already done that enough. What it is that over the last however many years, he's talked to you, he's talked to Ditchy, Gulag, Blue Chip, Luke Irwin, all these different people. And no one has ever tried to go, all right, now it's time to give your side of the story and see if you're actually apologetic. Well, that's why he's still going on about this stuff. No one, like, I've never seen him come on here and say that he's sorry about stuff. I'm always ever seeing the bad side of him. Well, this is the first time I'm seeing it. So I think that, yeah, this is, you know, this has been important to be able to have someone come up, because, you know, a lot of people that come into your live and they try and talk to you and say the same things that I am, you're very quick to silence them, because, you know, it's easier to just
can I sorry to cut you off. Sorry, I just wanted to just nub in and just say, yeah, because a lot of people say that they're going to talk nice and then they turn out to be fucking horrible. That's why.
Yeah, and look, what it is that you've got to just, I know when you're here and you're saying sorry and you're talking about how you feel bad for the things that you've said in the past, you can't just say it, you've got to mean it as well. I
do mean it. That's the thing. Can I be honest with you? This is actually the Australian flag. I just folded it because it's too big. Otherwise, it will fall down because I don't have any nails to fucking nail it.
Yeah,
but this is the Australian flag. Yeah,
like I said, I'm not in here to bash you.
I know that.
And, you know, Lee, you know, we've had the discussion about this before. We spoke about the accountability and the
just
thing.
Carry on. It's all good.
Look, this is what people have wanted for so long. People have only ever seen him with his comments off, talking to you.
Glad to deliver.
Well, yes, I appreciate that. After all this time, we've been able to come up here and have this kind of discussion, because it's important to have these kind of discussions, and people do it. Japanese? You said, moi, I do not speak Japanese.